On the show, in Wheelspin, we drive the Mercedes S63, the latest addition to the Mercedes portfolio in India. On the track, we go trackside to bring you the action from the first round of the JK Tyre National Racing Championship. Quicker Car presents the Auto Guide. And on the road, we drive the Fiat Aventura to Yelagiri from Bengaluru. I'm sure Mercedes-Benz is a company which doesn't quite like four-letter words, because two of their ex-engineers coined a set of three letters which have delighted their customers for many years. The three letters that I talk about are these: AMG. And any Mercedes that comes draped with these three letters means that they're in the business of going seriously fast. While the two letters, the A and M, stands for the first names of these two engineers. The G is in German and quite unpronounceable for me. So what I will call it is simple: an awfully fast Mercedes on the go. And the latest to join the Mercedes AMG bandwagon in India is this, the S63. The S-Class has been something which has always defined brand Mercedes in terms of luxury, comfort, style and even technology, but it never has been much about performance. But this S63 here is all set to change that, because this car has added a new dimension to luxury, that of performance. And now it's time for me to check out what kind of performance she's really capable of. I just love this deep-throated rumble of this V8 AMGs. Sounds like no other car. See what I mean? The S63 AMG is based on what the company calls the Designo platform, which means that depending on your desires, you can actually customize the car to a great extent. You can choose the exclusive colors, the leather for the upholstery, the wood for the panels, and a whole lot more in terms of features. And in these days of customization, this is something the wealthy customers of Mercedes-Benz might like very much. What you get from under this long bonnet every time you blip the throttle is unadulterated AMG power. 585 enthusiastic horses going to work without the slightest of hesitation. And this translates into quite a bit of fun if you find yourself an open stretch of road. 900 Newton meters of torque is what this 5.5 litre V8 belts out. And the power delivery is completely linear. It's a bi-turbo unit, so there is no lag whatsoever. What you get every time you throttle the car is a surge of power. If a surge of power is what you look for every time you want to throttle the car, then this car is going to keep you very, very involved. This is a car which is unapologetic about belting out one bhp after another, and this car is actually seriously fast. She does the 100-kilometer mark in just 4.2 seconds, and that's quite fast for a car which is actually positioned as a luxury car and not an out-and-out performance car. And then there is technical wizardry thrown in, like the magic body control. What the magic body control does is scan the road ahead up to 15 meters and sets up the suspension accordingly. And this works along with the curve tilting function, which actually will incline the car automatically in a fraction of seconds on a curve to help it to grip the road even better. This is something akin to what a motorcyclist might do when going through a fast turn, and this car, depending on the speed and the angle of the corner, will do the same. Bit of magic? Yes, maybe. And the ride here, as to be expected, is a balance between a performance car and a luxury car. Okay, it handles quite well, it grips the road quite well, and you can use most of the power. But end of the day, this is not positioned as a supercar. So you are not going to corner it as hard as you will in a supercar. But that doesn't mean that for a normal everyday driving, you're not going to have some fun. Or even if you want to push it sometimes, you can do it, because the car does handle well and it does go through the corners quite confidently. In fact, it feels quite good. Once you are inside, there are little gizmos which keep you quite happy. There's a large panoramic sunroof here, magic sky control, that's what the company calls it. And it does filter in the light, and if you want a moonlit kind of an atmosphere, it does turn it into blue and gives you a nice ambience inside. And then there is this head-up display here, pretty much in the style of a fighter plane. It gives you all the display in the windscreen. Not many luxury cars have it. In fact, this is a forte of the performance cars. So this is a nice touch here, gives you a feeling that you are driving something fast. And honestly, this car is quite fast. And then there are these bolstered seats, which if you press the button here, will hold you very tightly during hard cornering. So all in all, this car does give you a very strong feeling that you are behind the wheels of a performance car as well. The engine here is mated to a 7-speed multi-clutch transmission, which is really nice and slick. It shifts in very easily, and of course, as to be expected, it comes with different modes. And also you have the pedal shifts here for quick shifting, which is to be expected in a car which actually is positioned also as a performance car. So overall, you get a very nice, neat package in the S63, a car which not only doubles up as a performance car during weekends, but is also a nice car to take you to work in on an everyday basis. These lights look very pretty, don't they? You know why? Because they got crystals in them. Yes, crystals. 47 of them in each one of them. Makes it a total of 94 Swarovski crystals in 2 headlights. And this is Mercedes' way of giving it a little more extra chic and of course a whole lot more stock value. But when I look at these lights, you know the thought that comes to my mind first? Don't go about banging this car, because in that case you are going to get one fat repair bill. In terms of the body styling too, the S63 differs from the regular S-Class, as she sports a coupe style with a slanting roofline and 2 doors, making it sleek and sporty. When you step inside this car, everything really screams to remind you that you are indeed inside a very well-crafted luxury car. Fine quality Napa leather with hand stitching on it for your seats, a touch of carbon fiber on the fascia and door trims here, a nice Burmester sound system, and of course a large display, just to name a few. In fact, everything here is full of indulgence and caters to all your creature comforts. And this is really not the end of it, because as I told you, this car sits on the Designo platform, which means again that you can actually add to the feature list as well as the color and the material of your choice. So you can make it a little more indulgent if you really want to. The only thing that you might have a problem with is the fact that this is a coupe, which means it has 2 doors. So to get into the rear, you'll have to actually fold the seat down. And if you have a touch of arthritis, that's going to be some problem. Plus, there really isn't enough space for a full-grown adult in the back seat. So in the end, you will have to compromise a bit of practicality for a touch of style. If you are the kind of a guy who wants to sit on top of the heap in terms of indulgence, then this S63 here is surely going to catch your fancy, because this is a car which offers pretty much everything in terms of luxury. And on top of it, she's refined, she's fast and good looking too. So chances are, if you are a performance junkie, you will like her too. Why I'm not able to park this in my garage is the same reason as to why many of you will not be able to park it either. It's the price. She costs an obscene rupees 2.6 crores. But if you have the moolah and you like things fast and beautiful, then go for one. But a word of caution here, don't let your chauffeur have all the fun. Drive this yourself. You would have been quite wrong if you had ever presumed that Mercedes-Benz has come cheap. But this new S63 AMG has taken it to a different level, not only in terms of luxury and performance, but also as far as the price goes, with a mind-boggling price tag of rupees 2.6 crores ex-showroom Delhi. But the company assumes that there will be enough takers for it to justify its addition to its offerings in India.